What's up guys, it's Jan1 from Jan1 TCG coming at you guys with another totally awesome video, and today I think it is about that time.
It's time for Yugioh Memories. Is it nostalgic? Is it kind of relatable? Or maybe something you've experienced?
That's right guys, it is the series where we share our personal Yu-Gi-Oh stories that have impacted our lives in some type of way. That can be the anime or card game itself, and we are starting right now. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about a story that's very near and dear to me. So near and dear that it is actually the start, the beginning, the very beginning of how I got into this game and why I got into this game. Wait! This video is going to be totally awesome, I promise you that much. But before we get started, make sure you hop on the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any totally awesome uploads. Yeah. And also, did you know that if you go to the description box below, there are some totally awesome things and content for you to consume? That's right. Did you know that Jan1 is on social media at Jan1 Productions? Did you know that you can get Jan1 merch? Did you know that you can get online tutoring? Did you know that you can get an online course? Did you know
you could also give Jam a call and talk about YGO strategy or learn about the other skills that Jam1 possesses?
Did you know any of that stuff? I bet you didn't until just now, so make sure you guys check it out and stay tuned because it's going to be totally awesome. So, yeah. Like, this story is very cool to me because it just like shows a lot of different things, but realistically, like, I love that this happened to me because like I would have never like met you guys, or none of this would exist if I never got into it like this. So let's walk ourselves back to a very old memory of mine. I'm not going to tell you guys my age because you guys don't need to know that, but it's very old memory and it's over like 10 years old. So like, yeah, I was about probably 10 or 11, maybe 12. I don't remember exactly, but like it was just back in the day when early 2000s when Yu-Gi-Oh was airing, like actually live airing here in the States, in the United States, on Kids WB. Kids WB was like, anybody that's a 90s kid, you know what I'm talking about. Like, those were the most fire Saturday morning cartoons ever. It would even come on after school sometimes. It was just really good. Like, they had so many good episodes and shows on there. Like, you got your Batman Beyond, Mega Man, and all this other stuff. Like, it was just so many good shows that used to air on in Kids WB. And Yu-Gi-Oh was one of them. But at the time when I was a kid, and then I was like not into this at all. I was just kind of like, Yu-Gi-Oh, that sounds dumb. I don't want to watch that. That looks stupid. Every time it would come on, I would click the TV off and just not even care about it. And it was just like, wow, like, you're like, but Jam, but how did you, what? That's so extreme. I know, that's why it's a funny story, because it's like, one day, like, I had a change of heart. No pun intended. Like, what ended up happening was, like, I was sitting there, like, I used to play my video games on my handheld. Back then, it was Nintendo, like, Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure which one it was at the time. Let's just say Game Boy Advance. I was playing Pokemon, and I was just sitting up here like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, have background noise on. I would have the background noise on as the TV sometimes. I would just leave it on and just have something to hear while I was playing the game, even if I wasn't watching it. But, like, when I was, like, watching my shows that I cared about, game would be closed, and I would be, like, paying full attention. So one of those days, Yu-Gi-Oh comes on, like the original OG Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm just looking like, oh, that show. And I don't know, I guess they were doing reruns because like it was the first episode. Like, I just so happened to catch the first episode, and I was just like, just playing my game, not caring. I'm just like, whatever. And then basically, you guys know episode 1, and if you don't, I highly recommend you watch it. If you never watched like the anime and you just got into the card game, like, the anime, the original, is one of the best out of all of them, and I will do a video about that eventually, about how I rank them and why. But the original is one of the best because of, like, in terms of story, development, characters, everything, the message, everything is just like so cool. So, like, in the concept itself. So yeah, like the original episode, you guys know how it goes, you know. they establish everybody and the characters, and then you're just like, okay, so it's a game about a card game. It's a show about a card game. Boring. I'm just like, I don't want to watch this. So that's why I'm still playing my game. And then it's just interesting, like they're in class and stuff, and you know how it all goes. And then basically here comes Kaiba out of nowhere being the jerk he is, and like, ha ha ha, I'm the champion, and all this other stuff. And then like, I want your blue eyes card. And then the whole thing is basically, you know how it goes. He steals the grandpa's card after, well, he doesn't steal it. He wins it in a duel, and then basically he's like, yeah, only I can have blue eyes because in their world, only 4 copies of the entire card exist. And like, I'm multitasking, so I'm like understanding all this while I'm multitasking. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm still playing my game, not really caring. And then so like he beats him in a duel or whatever. And then, so challenges Yugi. Yugi's like, okay, hey, I want my card, my grandfather's card back. Yeah, you shouldn't have did that to him and all this other stuff. I'm just like, okay, they got some drama in here. Okay, this is kind of cool. Like, I guess it's all right. I don't know. So I'm just like, okay, the whole duel goes on, right? You know how it goes. Yugi starts just playing all of these cards and like, haha, Kaiba, I'm winning. I'm going back and forth. And then everything changed when he just dropped the blue eye. Like, the first blue eyes is like, oh boy, this is the card that Grandpa was talking about how hard it is to beat and stuff. And like, yo, like this is the one that he just took. It must have been that one and stuff. Dang, what do? I don't know what I'm about to do. Like, how can I win? I don't know what to do. And then he's just like, yeah, so my blue eyes is just so powerful. So like he's just like beating all his monsters up with blue eyes. And it's just looking like, dang, he was kind of winning when he had some of his Dark Magician and stuff. And then it's like, now the blue eyes just like wrecking his face. And it's like, wow, what is going on here? And then he's like, ha 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 ha, I play a second blue eye. And you're like, another one? And then they're just like, yeah, I got 2. And then it's just like, oh man, like dang, this is looking more hopeless. Cause like they hyped up Blue Eyes, how unstoppable its attack force is and everything. So you're just like, wow, how's he gonna beat 2? And then it's just like the you know how it progresses even more, and he's just like, okay, here's my 3rd Blue Eyes. And it's just like, oh wow. Like by this time I'm starting to like kind of like close my game a little bit because I'm like getting more interested in this, like, whoa, it's 3 of them on the field? Like what is going on? How is he gonna win this? And he's just like, wow, like I'm just getting wrecked. Like I don't know what to do. And then like, you know, like he has a flashback because at this time, like, you know, when Yami and Yugi were doing their thing, I'm like, so he has an alter ego. I don't know, like, why is he talking to himself? But okay. But yeah, so like, it's just like they're talking like, yeah, you know, like I remember my grandpa was talking about this one card. Like I kept drawing these pieces and it's just like they don't do anything alone. But if you assemble all of them, they can do something. And it's just like, it's cool because it's like all this honor going on. He's like, I'm playing with my grandfather's deck to show you that this deck is not weak as you say it is, because yeah, he lost to you, but I'm gonna show you that his deck is powerful. And then Kaiba's just being the douche that he is, all like, ha ha ha, whatever, Yugi, that doesn't matter. Your grandpa sucks, you suck, your deck sucks. He's just going on and on and on, and just like, dang, it's just like, okay, this is like, how's he about to beat this world champion guy? Like, he's just so hopeless. And then you guys know what happens next. Like, oh, like, he's just like stalling. He's like, okay, I got something. I can stall. I can keep stalling. And then Kaiba's just like, man, if you don't stop this stalling, I'm tired of you stalling. You're worthless, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to win. And then he's just like the most iconic line ever. Like, quit stalling and draw your last pathetic card. And then he's just like, Kaiba, my grandfather deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia. And you're just like, what is an Exodia and what is going on right now? And it's just like so epic, you know, Exodia come out the circle, and then it's all like, he had the big Kamehameha looking thing, and he's just like, oh, Exodia obliterate, and you're just like, whoa, how did... He just like, in his life points just go to 0. And you're just like, I don't understand what the heck is going on with these monsters and his attacks and the life points and all that stuff. But you can understand enough to know that he was getting savagely worked, like horribly savagely worked. He's like spitting on his whole deck and his whole life. And then he basically was like, no, there's always hope. There's always everything. And I'm going to show you why. And he basically wins like out of nowhere, just pulls his victory completely out of his butt, which was just like, it's so cliche, but at the same time, it was just so epic to me. And like by this time, like I said, like I just like my game is down. Like I stopped playing Pokemon. I saved the game. I'm just like so intense into this, like what's going on. And that was just episode 1, and I just so happened to see that when it was coming on. Like it had already aired before, but like I guess like they were like re-showing it, so I was able to like start watching it from there. Like ever since that day, I tuned in every Saturday morning for that show, man. Like when it was coming on, I was like, I have to watch this. I gotta know what happens next. Like this is just so dope and lit. And whatever you guys say now, like I don't know, back then I said cool, but like it was just really cool back then. Like it seriously was. And this is what got me into it. Then, you know, me and my cousin, like you'll hear me talk about him a lot, but we had a lot of things in common, and we always played Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And together we kind of got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Going to tournaments and things like that. And basically from there, like, you know, he had got the cards, he got the structured deck Kaiba and Yugi, and then like I had got structured deck Yugi, and then like it was just cool. Like we would just play and like act like the anime and do all these things, and just had so many epic times and memories and fun, which translated into me playing the game competitively and all that other stuff, because I just believe that the anime was a gateway to me to start like seeing it differently. But it's also cool because, like I say, guys, open your eyes and see it through different eyes. Like had I had not like been open enough to just kind of like, you know, watch it that day and then start to like watch it more, I would have never like been able to even play this game or care about it. I would have just been like, well, Yu-Gi-Oh, that's stupid, and I would have never even cared. So give it a try. Watch the game. Watch the anime and play the game if you guys haven't ever done that, or if you used to do it and you remember how fun and epic it is. So like that's my memory. That is my story of how I got into this game in general. Like one thing led to another. The anime stemmed me into all the opportunities that I ended up doing, becoming a good player, learning from the best, like going to tournaments, playing on the playground, all of this stuff. Like it just all stemmed from that one day when I just took a chance to put my game down for a second and just watch this amazing show and brand, and I'm glad that I did. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your Yu-Gi-Oh story? I want to know specifically a story. Do you have a story similar to this? Were you able to relate to this? And what actually got you into this game like that? Like, let me know. I want to know. Hey, you. Don't forget to subscribe, because it'd be totally awesome if you did, because you guys, by subscribing, sharing, and following me on social media, you help continue to create this totally awesome content, and I love you for doing so. Make sure you guys check out the description box below as well, because there's all kinds of new projects that Jam 1 is up to, and I would totally mean the world to me if you checked it out. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy life.
More than awesome, he's totally awesome.